From Castle Rexworth and the Rexworth Estates, I bid you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you are, and whenever you are. My name is Rexworth, Lord Rexworth, and I welcome you to a Friday night stream on this 12th of December. We're going to be doing a lot of video reacts. The tabs just won't stop growing, and there's a lot that I want to get to. If there's time later in the evening, I will play a video game, but you know what? There's just a lot of content here. And I just feel the need to sort of chill with all of you and do a bit of yappa as we watch various things. Some of a more serious nature than others, but try not to depress everybody. But anyways, welcome in everybody. Phalanx, thank you for the 7-stream watch streak. Congratulations on that. Let's fucking go. Anglo, welcome in as well. Nocturnal Nomad, hello to you. Valeran, the first to write in first, but yes, definitely more like third. But welcome in nevertheless. Good to see all of you. Make sure that you follow me across all platforms. The website is lordrexworth.com, lordrexworth.com. Make sure that you're following me over on X, where we're at 991 followers. We're close to 1,000. I think we can do it before the year's out. I hope we can, anyway. But yes, lots to talk about, so let's do it. Let us do the news. And we start... That's the wrong window. There we are. This is the one I need. Yeah, so, negotiations going on, trying to get some sort of peace accord in Ukraine. And, guess who's joining the fray with that? At least on the side of the United States, or supposedly on the side of the United States. None other than BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. As this bloke writes, what we're looking at here, it's a carve-up. All wars are bankers' wars. Greetings, Sir Stud of Salt and Pepper. Hello, Damien. Welcome in. Oh, bit of controversy with... I think it was Shroud, or whoever this peanut-looking bloke is. Yeah, apparently somehow won VTuber of the Year at the Game Awards or something like that. And yeah, he's not really a VTuber though, is he? And he doesn't really like VTubers. Doesn't have a lot of kind things to say about VTubers. But Ember Paradox tweeting out this, just as a reminder, XQC and Shroud were so scared of Doki Bird's Marvel Rivals team they were competing against in the tournament, they whined and bitched to Twitch, resulting in Twitch actually changing the rules the day of the tournament. This resulted in Doki Bird choosing to drop out so the players wouldn't be forced to do so and they could compete for the prize money. And Doki's team absolutely curb-stomped both Shroud and XQC's teams and went on to win the tournament. Clearly neither of them have gotten over that absolutely humiliating loss and now some kind of pathetic vendetta against VTubers. Seriously, guys, grow the fuck up. And we have here a clip from XQC. Let's turn on the browser audio for this and turn up the volume thereabouts. Cheers for the background noise while I play HOI 4, Rex. Oh, yes, this is a public playlist on Spotify simply titled Christmas Royalty-Free Music for Twitch Streams. It's not exactly Christmas music, but it gives off the Christmas vibe, you know? It is that time of year. Those of you who may be catching this as part of a highlight clip or portion of the VOD later on, we are, of course... This stream happened on the 12th of December, 2025, so if you happen to see this later on the YouTube channel and it's like, wait a minute, it's not Christmas. It's already February or March or something like that. Well, you'll know why. Anyway, playing this clip here.
40-year-old man in a 15-year-old anime 2D VTubing suit. Listen up. Listen real close. Listen real close. It is not my community.
Let's be honest. Most VTubers use VTubing as an excuse not show themselves because they are fucking disgusting. I'm not being weird. I'm not discriminating. The vast
Except
majority
you
of
are.
VTubers would love to be on camera, but they're fucking disgusting. And that's okay.
No, they're not.
It's okay. That's perfectly fine. But it's
I will admit that IRL, I'm nowhere near as svelte and athletic as my VTuber model, but I wouldn't call myself disgusting. In fact, I'd say I clean up rather nice. And there's plenty of VTubers out there. The lads are quite handsome in their own right, IRL. And many of the women, you'd be shocked to find out, they are absolute beauties, IRL. One of my Oshi's Kirsha just recently sent out to her fans as a reward for the donathon. They got some feet pics. Actually, they got more than feet pics. They also got leg pics from her. Chat, I don't know if you've ever seen Kirsha's legs, but my god, I'd love to have those wrapped around me. Any day of the week. Made especially worse by Iron Mouse defending him. Yes, this is really indefensible behavior. I don't know why she's doing that. Perhaps just to keep herself ingratiated in the Los Angeles clique that hosted the Game Awards. But she can do better. And she doesn't really need those people either. She'd be better off without them. Because honestly, they seem like a lot of scumbags and a lot of terrible, ungodly people. Doesn't matter if you're disgusting or not. Women chase the money and the power and always have done. Also true. Also true. I mean, just look at Harvey Weinstein. Would my model, I based some of the anatomy off myself. There's always a little bit, I suppose, that's at least a small portion of our VTuber models that usually has a little hint or a nod to who that person is IRL. Usually, not always. I mean, my favorite color is blue, so I figured, you know what? Gonna have a model with lots of blue on it. I also happen to have blue eyes, IRL, so it was important for me that that my VTuber model have blue eyes. The only thing I don't have is blonde hair. I actually have black hair, and at my age, I'm starting to get a little bit of salt and pepper on the sides. But, you know, that's just part of getting older. So, yeah, XQC and Shroud. In other news, they are still pieces of shit. Let's see. Oh, I want to get to this one. This is a bit of a lighter story here. Don't know if any of you are familiar. Perhaps you have Instagram, perhaps you don't, or TikTok, and maybe you follow this lovely girl called Crazy Korean Cooking. And she went hard, chat. I mean, she went really hard on this. She made a full English breakfast for her parents, and she made it all from scratch. And I mean all of it. Like, everything. Down to even the black pudding and the sausages. She knows how sausages are made because she made them herself. And it's absolutely brilliant what she's done. Well seasoned. Yeah, there's a good way of putting it. Blue. Well, then to quote Boris Johnson, your beautiful new blue passport. I have one of those since I am an American citizen. I do have one of those. Yes, fun bit of trivia. The US passport is a navy blue. Right, let's take a look at this. She was making the Yorkshire pudding. Some of the other ingredients there, making the sausages. All of that goes into black pudding, chat. And by God, she did it. And then she made the back bacon.
You hurt my grill.
Oh no, how could you? Code smoked it for 12 hours. And then made the rusk for the bangers. This is absolutely incredible. The level of dedication here. And then the toast, making the beans to put on the toast. I mean, normally we'd just grab ourselves a can of Heinz from the shops and use that. Now this here, this is actually quite a proper way to do a full English breakfast, chat. Do it in one large skillet. That's typically how it's been done. I mean, in a more traditional sense. They just get a big pan, coat the bottom of it in oil, and start grilling everything up. Start cooking up the eggs. That way everything's done at the same time. How come East Asians have the most respect for the Europeans? I'm sure there's no deeper reason. Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's no deeper reason. You know, it couldn't be that our cultures are the most compatible with each other, and that we're both respectful towards one another, and that, you know, both of our cultures tend to have, you know, a better caliber of tourist, and, you know, very similar values, especially regarding family. You know, there's a lot that we share in common, just as much as I'm sure there are plenty of differences that we could zoom in on. But yeah, it's I'm sure there's no deeper reason. None at all. Good God, that looks fantastic. Beans came out a bit thick, but that's alright. Grandpa H gave them the term honorary for a reason. Yes, we do tend to refer to a lot of Asians as honorary white people. Okay, so that's the whole process of cooking. Let's stop that. So that's how it was made. Now we've got the video here of her parents trying the full English breakfast for the first time, and she hit all the marks. Black pudding, English black bacon, bangers, otherwise known as sausages, baked beans served with fried eggs, tomatoes, mushrooms, and toast. With full English breakfast, you can oftentimes substitute for scrambled eggs. I do that just because I like scrambled eggs. But crazy Korean cooking, happy with how things turned out. Baked beans got reduced a bit too much while she was... Okay, so she noticed that. They did seem a bit thick when she served them up, but they still look tasty. But let's see the verdict from Mum and Dad. How would you grade it, Teach? Let's see what Mum and Dad have to say. They eat so much, yes. Oftentimes you'd skip lunch if you have something like this. Looks like chocolate. No, it's sausage. Julia Sunday. Yeah, and chat, just so you know, that is proper bacon right there they're eating. That is proper bacon. Not your American crispy sticks of microwavable bacon from Hormel. Reptane, thank you so much for the follow. Now this right here is proper back bacon right here. It's almost like ham. It's almost like maybe a thicker cut of the deli ham that you get at your local delicatessen or your grocery store or whatever. But this is proper bacon here. God, those sausages turned out amazing. Look at those. The tomatoes, grilled to perfection. Same with the mushrooms. It all just looks fantastic. British people must eat really well. We do. British cooking has gotten a bad rap, I think unfairly so, for a long time. But, yeah, proper English, Scottish, or British cuisine, good stuff. This is what my mother trades for a fucking local curry and makes me go pick it up for her, save me. Yeah, no, give me a full English breakfast any time. And any time of day, too. This is the sort of thing, I would eat it for lunch, I'd even have it for dinner. Okay, I'm trying the sausages. Delicious, that's good. Oh, that toast. That toast turned out really well. Grilled in the skillet in just a little bit of oil. Nice and crispy on the outside, but still just soft enough on the inside. And you can put whatever you want. You can put butter on it, you can put jam, anything you like. It's easy to tease. Sometimes people forget it's a joke. Yeah, but the joke almost became a life of its own for so long, and it's only now that people are rediscovering good, proper British cuisine. And if you want a bit of a Scottish twist on the full English breakfast, throw in some haggis. Some of you might be put off on the idea of haggis, but when I was in Scotland last year, around the same time last year, I was having what they termed a full Scottish breakfast. It's not too far removed from a full English breakfast. The only real difference is they add in haggis. And haggis for breakfast, it's good.
Victor.
Yes, yes! The bread, and the egg, and the back bacon. Throw on some beans, too. It's perfect.
It's bang on.
Hell yeah, it's bang on. Yeah, here we go. Egg yolk, bread, mushroom, beans, sausage. He's doing it right. Shovel it in, mate. Now, what is that? Okay, we are adding a Korean twist to this. We're taking some of the sausage and the back bacon, and we're wrapping it in kimchi and eating with chopsticks. I mean, they are Koreans, so it's you know what? That's just mad enough to work. We've got ourselves a Korean. We've got Anglo-Korean fusion going on right here, chat. Kimchi, back bacon, beans, and mushroom. Kimchi plus the black pudding.
Oh yeah.
Perfect combo. That's a lot of mustard for that sausage. They're hungry, Lord, aren't they?
Wow.
They have joined the Clean Plate Club. Must heartbreak these parents looking at what the UK is now after eating this. Yeah, it's always a bit melancholic and sad now, but yeah. See, trying tea the English way.
Wow, what's that?
Hell yeah, it's delicious. That's English breakfast tea with plenty of milk and sugar.
I fancy black tea. Wow.
Oh, I love the old man. I love the old man. Salt of the earth, bless him. Alright, that's good. That's Crazy Korean Cooking, at Crazy Korean on X. Go give him a follow. She is, I mean, if she does this with a full English breakfast, I can only imagine what else she gets up to with the cooking videos. So, yeah, that turned out fantastic. And all made from scratch. It is just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Just incredible. Right, so in a related vein, we're going to keep on the subject of X. And I don't know if any of you have taken notice lately. I don't know how many of you follow Elon Musk on X. But 9mm SMG, I had this little screen cap here, capturing Sir Doge, saying, "I'm proud to be white, and I'm tired of people telling me not to be." So kind of giving it the Joker treatment, but saying what a lot of us are thinking in the moment. I get flashbanged every time I see your tabs. It's best just not to think about it too hard, dear. But 9mm SMG tweeting out, "You have no idea how far the Overton window has shifted. Saying this 2 years ago would have branded you a right-wing extremist. For ages, white people were told to reject any sense of ethnic pride, while everyone else was told to celebrate it. And it's finally shifting. So much so that Elon Musk responding to Sir Doge with lit." Though apparently if we do a location check of Sir Doge, oh no, he's not Indian. You know, he actually is white. That happens sometimes. Not as much as it used to. Mainly because a lot of the Indian scammers got exposed. Yeah, that post from Musk is all well and good, but I saw the post from saying a certain people to the book of peak white. Don't know if he has deleted that. Yeah, I don't know. It's also interesting because did I bookmark that? Let me see here. Yes. This one originally was brought to my attention courtesy of Kirsha. This woman here, I believe she is a state representative, a state senator in Kentucky, telling white kids they should be ashamed of who they are.
I'm going to be honest. I don't feel good about being white every day. For a lot of reasons. Because it's a point of privilege that I get to move through the world in a way that so many of my other colleagues and friends and family members of the community don't get the privilege to do. And I'm just a female, but just a woman, just a white woman. If I was a white man, I would be functioning from a point of an even greater privilege. I think we're missing an opportunity when kids have a moment to reflect about how the color of their skin does and does not allow them to move through the world. Running to them and trying to stifle that and trying to say you shouldn't feel bad, so we don't want to ever expose you to something that is going to make you have to pause and have maybe some internal feelings. It's a missed opportunity for some really good dialogue.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in having dialogue. They really should just fuck off, a whole lot of them. Yeah, so she goes around telling white children they should be ashamed of who they are. Appears white herself. No, you smash the early life. Turns out she's Jewish. Pretending to be white, but she's actually Jewish. Which they are two entirely separate things. And like a chameleon, some activists tend to vacillate back and forth. Some days they'll say that they're white. Some other days they'll really zero in on the fact that they are Jewish. And oh, look at that. Someone even tried to scrub her bio on Twitter. Originally saying that she's Jewish and attended Louisville Male High School, earned a BFA from Stevens College, and then just scrubbed out the part referencing that she's Jewish. Of course, yes, of course. Why should children be held responsible for circumstances outside their control? Because it's not really about that, Damien. It's about the humiliation ritual itself. It's about constant humiliation rituals and constant propagandizing and just this sort of slow burn, slow torture until white people are just slowly erased from existence. That's what people like her want. This is what people like her truly desire, because they hate us and they want us dead. It's not about anything so honorable as should we hold people responsible for circumstances outside their control? No, it's we see an ethnic enemy and we're not strong enough to just simply take up arms and genocide them out of existence. No, right now the only thing we can do is propagandize, gaslight, psyop them into slowly just erasing themselves from existence. And what of that? It was meant more towards people like her. They never give a concrete reason as to why we need to do it. Because she hates white people and wants them dead. That's the reason. They whip and starve the golems who willingly defend them. Of course they do. And then when the so-called golems start to rise up and push back, they all of a sudden focus more on the crying out in pain and, oh, why do they persecute me so? Well, gosh, if you hadn't been trying to whip and starve the golems, then perhaps you wouldn't have had this problem. And if they were honest, then they lose the ability to shame their opposition. Yes, all of it is based upon lies, deception, and deceit. All of it.